This video was recorded in front of a live virtual audience. Hi everybody, Dacob here. Welcome back to the Fashion Bunker. Today we're going to be touching base and talking about my top 5 perfumes for the month of March 2021. You know, I do these selections every month. I have my rotations going and I have the perfumes every month that I spend most time with, that obsess me the most, that give me the most, that make me dream the most. And yeah, what can I say? March ain't no less at all, because, you know, March is the moment when winter ends, spring begins. March there's a lot of feelings in the air. There's that nostalgia of winter dying. There's that smell of spring just around the corner. It's not there yet, but it's just around the corner. It can be warm, it can be cold, it's fluctuating. Well, with climate change, it's all a mess always anyway, but I always, in March is the month where I have these eruptions within me. So before we get to it, let me tell you, if you like my channel and my content, please consider subscribing to it. Push the subscription button today. And next to the subscription button, push the join button and become a member of the Fashion Bunker and get access to extra exclusive perks. You can also join me on Patreon, Super Dacob all spelled together on Patreon, and get access to extra perks there as well. Amongst other perks, exclusive videos, you also get your name listed in the end scrolling credits at the end of every video. At the end of this video too. But also, if you join me on Patreon or become a Tier 2 member, you're going to get to see a special exclusive video that comes after this video. It's called, I do this every month as well, behind the top 5 perfumes for the month of any month. In this case, I haven't filmed it yet. I have to film it after this video, so it's going to be filmed secretly off camera. I mean, not live. So you're going to get access to that as well. It goes really in-depth psychological analysis of each and every single choice that I made. So this video is being shot live in front of a virtual audience. So thank you to my co-chatters who are in the chat bar here. They're going to be co-reviewing these perfumes with me or giving their opinions on them as I go along. And let's get straight to it. I begin the day, I'm obsessed right now with something, this is a 2-in-1. Maybe I am cheating a little bit, but it's a 2-in-1. So it's Dolce Gabbana's made in France formulation of PERFUME, Obsessed. I've just reviewed this one. You could check out the video. I'll leave it in the description box down below, but also in the card section up here. I've compared it to the original formulation from Italy. Yes, they are different. This one in its own right, particularly now, end of winter, beginning of spring. There's a floral dry down in here. It's delicious in the morning. It's much more powdery, soft, delicate than the original. Is it a bit watered down? Not really. I have to tell you, this one lasts a long time on my skin. Stays very close to the skin. But the Made in France formulation, divine. And I also just discovered that the batch code that I have, this one was produced on my birthday. So it makes it even more special to me. So it was produced in June. That's my birthday. On the same exact day of my... Anyway, whatever. But this is the weird mix. Sometimes I actually layer them. I do the female version as well. This is also the Made in France formulation, you guys. So we got the Made in France PERFUME and Made in France Red Cap. Okay. Which is quite rare to find, and it's quite different to its 90s counterpart. Aldehyde bomb, but very fresh. A lot of lily of the valley in here. But it does become warm on the skin later on. It's very... I mean, the aldehydes in here are bomb. This is soap. This is like pure soap, but I love it. I know a lot of people are not a fan of the Made in France Dolce Gabbana Red Cap. I love it. And before they reformulate it or take it off the market, I actually stocked up on this one. I do have, a couple of backup bottles. These two together in the morning, for me, are like 1 cent. This one came out in 1992. This one came out in 1994. But they, to me... They're like a little morning, like a cough, like a breath of fresh air in the morning. These are like one. I sizzle together with them. I love them to bits. Now, because so this is kind of, you know, both of them have that memory of winter, but because they have a little bit of warmth in them, but they're also floral and refreshing and bergamoty when it comes to PERFUME. enough to kind of announce the coming of spring. And then it's all about flowers to me. You know, March is about dreaming about opulent, thick, juicy, creamy, not necessarily narcotic flowers, but the creamy, supple, dewy type of flowers, fleshy flowers. And so I begin the day after, you know, after my morning coffees, I go with Quelques Fleurs by HOUBIGANT, the eau de parfum of Quelques Fleurs. Now this one, damn. You guys, even this is the current formulation. It's so complex. And now we're going back in time, actually, because this one was released in 1912. This one just, it goes so deep into the floral aspect. And all of these flowers are together and they're all dancing, and it's so rich. It's almost like they're imbued in honey. And this current I'm loving the current formulation, by the way. Eau de parfum. It's, oh my gosh, how can I describe it? I mean, I've done how can I describe it? I reviewed it, Dacob. Check out the review. I'll post the card up here and also post the description. I'll post the link to the video in the description box down below. There's one particular word which I always forget. Wait, did I review Quelques Fleurs? Yes, I have it here. I actually have the ambrosial. That's the adjective. That's the exact adjective to describe. The ambrosia in here. It does feel ambrosial. It's like the nectar of the gods. Not only was it Lady Diana's alleged perfume worn to, you know, the day of her wedding to Charles, but Courtney Love loved it too while she was dating Kurt Cobain. I mean, there's a lot of history here. There's a lot of history here. This one is incredible. And now that March is here, I am obsessing with this. It just gives me that boost into the day. You know, have you ever played Super Mario Kart and you got to time your kind of, you know, metal to the pedal just right at the beginning of the race? And if you time it just right, you're going to get that boost at the beginning of the race forever, you know. Hi, Nintendo geeks out there. I'm one of y'all's. That's how I feel when I use Quelques Fleurs right after Dolce Gabbana's. The two. This one gives me that vroom, that Mario Kart boost. Listen, you guys. The third one, you could say fourth, but it is the third one for me. You know, Dolce Gabbana's are one. That was a gesture. Anyway, so the third one, 3 p.m., 4 p.m., 5. The days are getting longer. The days are getting longer, right? Because spring is coming. And you feel like, you feel the warmth in the air. And there's nothing better than that fresh waft of some, you know, you have the feeling, oh, grass is going to start growing again. Chlorophyll in the trees, you know, April is more about that, but in May. But in March already you have that memory, you crave it because you've had it a year ago. You've been waiting a year for it to happen again. And you get that sensation of desire of grass, of green pastures in a way, but you still need to cuddle up and be warm because March can be a very cold month as well. And you guys, there's nothing better for that type of feeling and vibe than this. Elizabeth Arden's Bluegrass. This is my third perfume for the month of March 2021. 1934 is the year it was released. Yes, it was more intense in the past, but even in its current formulation, I kid you not. Sure, for those of y'all who have been using it for 40, 50 years already are going to be like, it's not the same. It doesn't matter. The DNA is in it. Oh my God. I can just tell you, this is like a balmy cream, a thick white cream mixed with Savon de Marseille, you know, the Marseillese soap type of vibe. And it's a fougère, so we have lavender going on here. There's tuberose in here as well. There's spices, there's clove, there's carnation. But listen, I'm going to, Check out the review of this perfume in the card section up here and also in the description box down below if you want to know more about this one. But it's just perfection. In the middle of the day, it's still day and we're going towards nightfall, but it's still, the sun isn't setting yet. This warms up the spirit in just the right way. You could sit down and read an Agatha Christie novel while you're watching the sun outside. You could sit on your patio with a little blanket on your knees because it's still not too warm to just sit without a blanket on. That whole combo together, and this smells of life to come, of the nature that's just about to bloom. That's what bluegrass is about. After that incredible emotion, how can you top it? Oh, you can, because now the sun is setting and you want to feel your green vibes. Again, we're dreaming about nature coming to life again. And here we go, another obsession of mine this month. Cabotine de GRÈS, the eau de parfum. By the way, bluegrass was also an eau de parfum. But Cabotine, you guys, won me over. Won me over. Again, current formulation by Lalique. Loving it. This one was released in 1990. There's that, the butter lily from the Himalayas, the Himalayan butter lily. It's a cheapie. I mean, you can get it for $15. This one too, by the way, you can get it for $10. It's still maintained. It was released in the 90s as a cheapie. Check out the review of this one in the card section up above in the description box down below. I've reviewed it as well. This one was released as, they were on a budget. GRÈS was on a budget. They needed to do something quick and it had to be simple and it had to be very on point. And it was, in fact, one of the best sellers of the 90s. It marked a decade. Tender Poison came after this one. You got a lot of people say, oh, it smells like Tender Poison. No. Tender Poison smells like this. Just putting it in perspective, because Tender Poison came out a couple of years after Kabutine did. There's like a nectar-y type of green vibe that subdues into this gorgeous, delicious, powdery, sandalwoody kind of dry down. But it stays dusty and effervescent throughout. It's divine and it's the most beautiful. It's almost like having a champagne as night starts falling. And then when night falls, the best dreams are of the perfume that is the most giving of this brand. And as I say this, a lot of you who follow me a lot probably already know what I'm talking about. Number 5, well, the 5th perfume is number 22. And in particular, the eau de parfum, because the eau de parfum does have more warmth in it. It doesn't have the incense, but it's just the tuberose in here. It's the most giving of all Chanel perfumes. This one, I'm telling you. This one and Pour Monsieur. But this one, because it's a little bit sweeter. It has even more of that. 1922. Now we're traveling to 1922. As night falls, this baby here, it gives you everything. Everything you need. It cuddles you, cradles you, keeps you warm. It cools you down at the same time. It makes you dream amazing dreams about all the love that's coming in spring. This one closes the day. And it's just the perfect tune for the night. Number 22, the eau de parfum. These are my top 5 perfumes for the month of March. Join me today on Patreon and become a Tier 2 member on YouTube as well to get access to an extra video behind the top 5 perfumes for the month of March, which is also going to come soon. Let me read your comments, guys. I wonder what the perfumes are going to be, says Jack. Oh, Emily says, oh yes, come on, fumes. Rara says, yay. Rich says, just bought Cristobal by Balenciaga and it is beautiful. Big fan of Balenciaga fragrances. Rich, I adore Ho Hang by Balenciaga. Hey, Olfactive Stories, welcome, sweetie. Angelica says, the smell of spring and allergies, unfortunately. A lot of us do have allergies in spring. Yeah, that is tough. That is tough. That is tough. Jack says, I'm expecting some nature-inspired pics. Oh, Debbie says Shiseido did good. Yeah, Shiseido did good by Dolce Gabbana. They did a good one. I mean, a lot of people don't like them, but I love Shiseido's rendition made in France of Pour Homme, and I love Shiseido's rendition of Pour Femme. I love red cap, says Kira. I love it too. Hello, Fernando. Hello from Paris. Glad to listen to you again. Hello, Fernando. Welcome to the live. Oh, wait. So Peter says, Dacob, I never hear you talking about Eau de Cologne, the classy one. Do you like them? The Cologne Imperial Guerlain, Acqua di Parma, Forsyths of Ferragno. Listen, Peter, go to my channel, well, you are now, after the live stream, and check out my top 10 Cologne fragrances. By the way, I'm going to put the link underneath in the description box underneath this video as well. I love colognes, actually, very much. And I do talk about them a lot. I even dedicated an entire video to them. Oh, Olfactive Story says, oh, I've tried Quelques Fleurs lately. Such a beauty. Rara says, beautiful. The A Traveler says, wearing Guerlain's Mouchoir de Monsieur today. Oh, delicious. Angelica says, oh my gosh. Speaking of layering, Dacob, could you talk about the massive push for layering perfumes, body washes, etc. that was popular marketing in the late 80s, 90s? That could be an interesting topic for a video. Olfactive Story says, if you're looking for samples, Guy Leparavant in Lyon sells them. Oh, of Quelques Fleurs. Mara says, I'm still kicking myself for not purchasing the Quelques Fleurs Solid Perfume Compact when it was available. Yes, Super Mario. Robert says, Super Mario. Yeah, we love Super Mario Kart. Audrey says, I wish there wasn't massive tax in the UK on imports. So annoying. The UK voted for Brexit. What are you going to do about it? I think that sooner or later get it. This is kind of fragrance that you like to smell just like that, and it makes you smile and gives you energy. Quelques Fleurs. Totally agree with you. MK says to Audrey Jane, likewise for the mainland Europeans, Audrey, I can't buy anything pre-loved from the UK now. Yeah, it's a terrible situation. Robert says, it is spring already? Just had an extreme snow blizzard yesterday. It's not spring yet officially. Fact of stuff, as we're filming this, it's not spring yet. But it is March as we're filming. Almost spring here in France, says Olfactive Stories. Debbie says, bluegrass is one I never tried. Mr. Philip says, March is that time of the month, of the year, where the smell of spring meets the smell of fresh snow. I mean, it's delicious. I love March. Love it. Brandon says, oh my God, Dacob, love your shirt. Thank you so much, Brandon. Wearing Elvira today. All right, so a couple of comments more. Is that a giant golden scarab on your left ear? Yes, Dionysian doll, this is a giant golden scarab. I've been obsessed with the smell of menthol this month. You know, yeah, menthol. You know, this one, I mean, it doesn't really have it, but bluegrass has an idea of, there's a minty feel to it. Kind of, oh my God, it's delicious. You are making me want to purchase number 22, which I remember preferring to number 5. It's delicious, Rara. Number 22 is delicious. I love number 22, says Olfactive Stories. Both Eau de Toilette and Eau de Parfum. The H Traveler says, love Chanel 22, but seldom wear it. The bottle of Cuir de Russie I have beside it ends up winning. Spring in Minnesota is the time of melting and refreezing ice, LOL, says Patrick. Velasquez says, Cuir de Russie is best. Emina says, I can't try number 22. Oh, I can try it. I can't wait to try it when this lockdown is over. Factor Story says, I've worn 1932 a lot lately. That's my work fragrance. It just put me in the right mood to get things done. Bluegrass reminds me of my ex now. Oh, I'm sorry, Brenda. Velasquez says, insane because my number 22 200 ml is next to Cuir de Russie, and Cuir de Russie wins too. Brandon says, the earring looks like a gold wrapper chocolate. I missed the intro of the live stream, but I wonder why the Elvira shirt and the Chanel earring. I can't wait to find out. It's a mood. It's a mood. We're dedicating this to Elvira because she's amazing. I snowed a little in... Oh, what did you do? Oh, it snowed a little. Oh, no, in New York last night. Yeah, it snows. Well, I mean, you guys, it's still winter officially as we're filming. I got Cristobal pour Homme, Creed's Original Vetiver, Cartier Roadster, Fahrenheit Cologne, Aqua Brava, some Iso E Super Molecule 01, says Rich Mitch. Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot. You guys, I want to know also what your top 5 perfumes for the month of March are. let me know in the comment section down below. But thank you so much for co-reviewing, commenting, being here in the live chat with me. If you haven't already, consider subscribing to my channel here on YouTube. You can also push the join button next to the subscription button and become a member today and gain access to extra perks. You can also join me on Patreon, Super Dacob all spelled together on Patreon as well. Join me there for extra perks. And one of those perks, amongst having, you know, special things like videos that hit there before they come here, or that never come to YouTube but stay exclusive to Patreon Tier 2 members, you also get to be a part of the credits at the end of the video, so your name gets to scroll at the end as a co-producer of the Fashion Bunker. That is amazing. Thank you guys so much. It is always very heartwarming for me to see all your names scrolling by as we're talking on together. Perfumes are incredible. What can I tell you? And if you love them really, really a lot, then you can join me on Patreon and become a Tier 2 member to get access to the behind the top 5 perfumes for the month of March, which I will be filming shortly as well. And you're going to get to know even more details about these 5/6 perfumes that I've selected for the month of March. Now, perfumes are really special, and I repeat, I want to know your top 5, or if you have more than top 5, you can also do more than top 5, in the comment section down below. Because it's so fascinating to me, depending on which part of the world you're in. Of course, you know, if you're in Australia, well, now it's like summer is about to end and you're going to get into fall. So it's kind of different for everybody. The whole world commenting is going to have different vibes, feelings. March is different all across the globe for everybody. So you're going to have different perfumes that kind of follow you throughout your day. And I understand that completely, but it's so fascinating to me to see the choices people make. Because it's not just about the weather. It's not just about, oh, is it rainy? Is it sunny outside? It's also about like a personal psychological state of mind. And perfumes always underline very precisely a psychological state of mind, of well-being or not well-being. Some perfumes are also incredible when you're in a bad mood, when you're really feeling low as well. And that's a fascinating thing too, and you shouldn't be afraid to talk about it. You shouldn't be afraid to say it. You shouldn't be afraid to say, like, I feel miserable right now. And actually, there's this one perfume that I love to wear while I am miserable. That is also okay. Share the love. Until next time, never forget to never give up on love. See you soon. Take care. Bye.